Alright everybody, we're doing our chicken recipe today. We already got kind of started, but the camera already messed up, but that's okay. Hey, you're going to need some chicken rub. We got some Heath Riles chicken rub, some butter, and then some Tony Chachere's injectable butter. We already started injecting this with a little bit of this, and what it's going to do is keep your chicken nice and moist as you are grilling it. And then what you're wanting to do actually is, right after you get that all injected, hit it with just a little bit more over top, because this is going to hold your seasonings on there. So you're just going to rub that on there. We're going to do this to the other chicken here too, this little small one. So you're just going to inject it. Stuff is really good. And then once you get this all injected, again, you're going to hit it with a little bit over top, and that's going to help bind your seasonings to your chicken. So then, actually before we hit our seasonings, we're going to get some butter. And this is another thing to keep your skin on top and your chicken nice and moist. You're going to just cut it up into little squares, and you're going to shove it under the skin of the chicken. So you're just going to quickly chop that up, and I'll show you what that looks like. So you're just going to take these little squares, and you're going to have to work underneath that skin, and you're just going to shove that in there, and this is going to lock in that juice inside your chicken, all around your chicken, and it's going to keep it nice and moist. You can see that butter right there. Alright, we already got that Pit Boss nice and preheated, so we will be taking it out there very shortly. Alright, the next thing you're going to want to do is take your chicken rub, and we got the Heath Riles chicken rub, and you're just going to liberally season all over the chicken. And you want to make sure you hit every single spot, get it nice and seasoned. Sure that wing is seasoned. You're even going to want to put a little bit into the cavity. That's going to give it some flavor throughout. Hit this little one. Sadly, the skin on this little guy broke a bit, but that's okay. It'll still taste great. Alright, now that we got this nice and seasoned, we are going to tuck these wings, and what this is going to do is prevent these wings from getting nice and hard. So what you're going to want to do is just take the wing and tuck it right there, tuck it in front. Same with this, and then hit it with a little bit more seasoning, and we're ready to take it out to the smoker. Alright, so we got our smoker nice and preheated, so we're going to go ahead and put this chicken on. So we're going to go ahead and just use this spatula here to load this bad boy on. We're just going to put him right over here. Load this bad boy right next to him. And then we're going to leave these on here for about an hour and a half, and then we'll come back and check on them throughout. Alright? Alright, so it's been about an hour, so we're going to check on our chicken real quick. Let's see what this bad boy looks like. Oh yeah. Alright, hey, so what we're going to do is actually take some of that leftover Tony Chachere's right here. We're just going to brush the skin of this chicken. It just keeps the moisture locked in, as well as keeping the skin from becoming all leathery. So you want it to stay soft. So we're just going to take some of that and brush it on there, just like this. Brush it on there, nice and smooth. You don't want that chicken to become leathery, because then it's a little bit less enjoyable. Go ahead and brush it on there. And then right after that, we're going to check the temp of our chicken, see where it's at. It's definitely not going to be ready yet, but it should be done here in the next I would say, I don't know, maybe 30 minutes. Alright, so we got our chicken nice and brushed up. And we got our meat temperature. These are important to have on hand because you don't want to be eating undercooked chicken. So let's just go right into the top here. Yeah, so we're sitting right at 100. So we got a little bit while to go, maybe about 40 minutes. Let's see where this chicken's at. This one's definitely a little bit further up. So let's take one more spot where the breast is at. Yeah, so this one should be done in the next 20 minutes. As well as this one's going to be done definitely in about 45 minutes. So, alright, we're going to let it sit for a little bit more and we'll come back out later to get these chickens. Alright, hey, we're going to check our temperature of our chickens, see if any of these are done. I think that smaller one's going to be about done, so we're going to check that temperature right now. They are looking pretty dang good. Alright, let's check this. Alrighty. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like this smaller chicken's going to be done. This bigger one definitely has some time left. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take off this little one here and let it rest inside for a little bit while we brush up this big one real quick before we take off the small one. Again, we don't want that to feel leathery, so we're just going to keep hitting it with that Tony Chachere's. Make sure that it gets nice and moist. Alrighty. And then we're going to take off this little guy here and get him inside. Alrighty. Alright, and we'll be right back out to make sure this big one's done. Alright, see you guys later. Okay, the best part, trying our food after we just smoked this chicken for about an hour and 45 minutes. Smaller one was about an hour and 20 minutes. Now, guys, if you remember, we injected it with that Tony Chachere's and it's going to be nice and moist. That butter underneath should have trapped in there, making sure this is nice and good. Okay, I think we're going to do the legs here.
Caleb, I'm excited about this. This looks, oh.
Look at that. Look at that. And then we're going to get a little bit of breast piece each, okay?
Yeah. You gotta try all of it. Gotta try the dark and the white meat.
Oh, yeah. Oh, look at that. I don't know if you can see it. Look how juicy that is.
That's so good. Now, what I'm excited about, Caleb, is like, I love injecting meat. Like, it's such a great way to keep it moist throughout the burn. One of the easiest things you can do, mistakes you can make, is to dry out a piece of meat.
Yes.
And injecting is one of those little tricks that can help keep it moist throughout the burn.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see actually, right? And see how it's like, the skin isn't like leathery and it's still got the juices in there? That's all that butter we put underneath there. It's gonna sit in there and it's gonna soak in those juices. Like securing those juices in there. All right, let's give this a try. I'm gonna go.
The other thing I like about putting butter underneath is it helps crisp, kind of like.
Do the breast first.
Kind of almost fries the skin a little bit.
Yeah,
kind of makes it a little. Oh my gosh, Caleb. It's got that nice smoke flavor to it, but the seasoning on the outside, and just so juicy.
Dude, do you taste that Tony Chachere's
Oh
in there?
yeah. Oh yeah.
It goes throughout that entire chicken. I'm gonna go in for a leg bite. Guys,
It's so good.
we could sit here and eat this in front of you all day, but we're not gonna do that. So hey, we will see you later. Check out our recipe, watch this video, share it with your friends. Go check out
subscribe us, or like and subscribe, comment on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Rumble, YouTube. Go check us out. Thanks, guys.
See you guys.